Democrats try to find any kind of leg to stand on. Here's Jon Stewart we're going to start with, and then we'll move on. Do they have a future with this kind of institutional, terrible, crazy thinking? I'm John Mike Keane.
To be doing, like, there is a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse within a system.
Audits and waste, fraud, and abuse are not the same thing. So let's decompose these pieces.
Please educate me on.
She said decompose these things instead of decouple these things because she is a moron. So the question is, here's more Democrats, I'll show that clip again, but then there's more Democrats here trying to figure out what's the path forward for the party.
Decompose these pieces.
We had a great column by Roy Teixeira in the Free Press, who sort of laid out what Democrats need to do, and it includes stop dropping the F-bomb, by which, of course, we mean fascist, okay? It's not going to work. Give Trump credit where he's right. Moderate on issues where there's broad consensus, like immigration. Embrace things like energy abundance. I mean, James Carville's been saying it for 30 years. It's the economy, stupid.
So her plan as a Democrat is for Democrats to embrace a strong border and a strong economy and opening up drilling and fuel. The Democrats, they're incapable of learning, which we're going to get back to Jon Stewart right after this clip.
Don't forget about health care. I mean, it's not rocket science.
And as Peggy Noonan wrote, fix something.
Yeah,
right. Point to something that you've...
Pick something. Pick anything is what they're saying. And the Democrats don't have anything because they're so ideologically blind. So let's get back to Jon Stewart. I just want you to remember, this is Jon Stewart with the previous Department of Defense trying to help her think. This is a Democrat trying to help a Democrat, and there's no helping her.
Sure. So an audit is exactly what you just described, which is, do I know what was delivered to which place?
Right.
The ability to pass an audit or the fact that the DOD has not passed an audit is not suggestive of waste, fraud, and abuse. That is completely false right there. So
what is
now it's a question of, it's suggestive that we don't have an accurate inventory that we can pull up of what we have where. That is not the same as saying we can't do that because waste, fraud, and abuse has occurred.
This is how a bureaucrat talks. What a bunch of word salad. This is like every time John Mike Keane, I get sent to human resources.
So in my world, that's waste.
How is that waste?
If I give you $1 billion and you can't tell me what happened to it, that to me is wasteful. That means you are not responsible. But if you can't tell me where it went, then what am I supposed to think?
She's laughing at him like he's an idiot, nervously thinking the audience will come on her side. And she's the one who shouldn't be laughing. By the way, she got whacked. She stepped down.
And when there has been reporting, I mean, this is not, look, I'm not saying this is on you and that you caused this. But I think it's a tough argument to
I'm pretty
make
sure I didn't cause it.
an $850 billion budget to an organization that can't pass an audit and tell you where that money went, like, I think most people would consider that somewhere in the realm of waste, fraud, or abuse, because they would wonder why that money isn't well accounted for.
Yeah, that never occurs to a Democrat. Why isn't the money well accounted for? This is the same stuff going on with USAID right now that they're defending.
But I'm a human being who lives on the earth and can't figure out how $850 billion to a department means that the rank and file still have to be on food stamps. Like, to me, that's fucking corruption. I'm sorry. And if that blows your mind, and if you think like that's like a crazy agenda for me to have, I really think that that's institutional thinking.
Go back and play that again, because this is not a comedy routine, and that audience erupted on him in agreement. I'm John Mike Keane.